Assalamu alaikum.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. الحمد لله الذي أنزل على عبده الكتاب ولم يجعل له عوجا. والحمد لله الذي خلق السماوات والأرض وجعل الظلمات والنور. والحمد لله الذي خلق الموت والحياة ليبلوكم أيكم أحسن عملا. والله لا إله إلا هو له الحمد في الأولى والآخرة ولا الحكم وإليه ترجعون. هو الله الذي لا إله إلا هو الملك القدوس السلام المؤمن المهيمن العزيز الجبار أو متكبر سبحان الله عما يشركون. هو الله الخالق البارئ المصور له الأسماء الحسنى. نشهد أنه لا إله إلا الله وأن محمدا عبده ورسوله قد بلغ الرسالة وأدى الأمانة. Dear brothers and sisters, for me it's one of the difficult times to be here because I don't know what everybody expects, and always in my mind what the diversity of people expect and how we're going to be approaching everybody to their satisfaction. So I hope you forgive me for any shortcomings when you hear this khutbah, inshallah. And the Quran is a beautiful thing. Everybody looks at it in a different way sometimes. And each of us, when we read the Quran, sometimes you stop at one of ayah or two or three, attractive your attention. Sometimes it stimulates you emotionally. Sometimes it stimulates your thinking process to see what's the concept, what's the idea behind this ayah. I'm going to share with you today a couple of ayat, inshallah, who kind of I stopped at to think what it means and where it's going and what the concept behind these ayat, inshallah. And one of the first ayat, I'm going to read it in Arabic first, then as much as I can give you the translation of the meaning, inshallah. Ayah 144, Surah Al Imran, and وَمَا مُحَمَّدٌ إِلَّا رَسُولٌ قَدْ خَلَتْ مِنْ قَبْلِهِ الرُّسُلُ أَفَإِنْ مَاتَ أَوْ قُتِلَ انقلبتم على أعقابكم ومن ينقلب على عقبيه فلن يضر الله شيئا وسيجزي الله الشاكرين. This ayah came at a very difficult time at موقعة أحد. And موقعة أحد is one of those, or the Battle of Uhud, I'm sorry, so to say it in English, is really one of those difficult times, the time of the Muslims, and after the migration. It happened in the third year after the migration of the Prophet ﷺ and his companions. And the consensus had happened probably in the first half in Shawwal of that year. And as we remember that there was a battle before that, it's called the Battle of Badr. And the Battle of Badr, the mushrikeen and the kuffar got been mutilated pretty bad, and really got beaten very bad. Was almost 70% of them got killed, and about 140 people got as a prisoner of war. So it was really humiliating for the Quraysh at the time, and they decided to come back the following year and have the revenge. They collected approximately 3,000 people, and against whatever the Muslim can collect and get together. Initially, the Muslims collected and got together about 1,000 person. Then they had some debate: should we go and fight inside the town, or we leave the town and meet the kuffar outside the town of the Medina? And the younger people, very enthusiastic, they said, we'll go and we meet them and try to get the war outside of the Medina. Elderly people, including some of the Sahaba and the Prophet ﷺ, they actually wanted to settle down and defend the Medina, but somehow the majority won, and the Prophet ﷺ decided to go outside the Medina and defend, or go with the war against the mushrikeen who came, and they met at Uhud. And before they meet, Abdullah ibn Ubay, he's the head of the Munafiqeen, head of the hypocrites, withdrew with about one third of the army, and the whole army was about 1,000 people. They ended up with approximately 700 people to go into that battle. And the Prophet ﷺ arranged everything, and he had 50 or somewhere around number of people with the arrow and staying in the uphill in a small mountain. So there will be like, if you have a mountain high in that time, and assuming that you have cannons and guns up there, and the people, the enemies down, it's very easy to stop those people and kill as much as you can of them. And that's what happened initially. The war started, those people did what their job. Then after that, the mushrikeen got badly damaged and badly beaten. So they started running, the mushrikeen, and the Muslims in those hills saw the people running. So they said, okay, the battle is over. Let's just go collect the ghanima, collect whatever the thing is, like whatever wealth is coming. And after those people left, they collected that. That's called the ghanima. They did that. Khalid ibn Walid was from the Kuffar. He saw this. This is his opportunity. He came back and he rushed into and crushed the Muslim army. About 70% people died. One of them is Hamza alayhi salam, radiallahu anhu, I'm sorry. And he was the uncle of the Prophet salam, and was mutilated. And Hind bint Utbah, the one who Hamza killed her father in Badr, came back and mutilated him, cut his ears, cut his nose, opened his abdomen, got his liver out, tried even to chew it and to throw it away as some sort of mutilation, which is completely prohibited in Islam. So it was a very difficult time and came at that time. And this ayah came, وَمَا مُحَمَّدْ إِلَّا رَسُولٌ. Muhammad is just a messenger. If he dies or get killed, would you go back and become mushrikeen again? Completely unacceptable. But if you do that, this will not gonna hurt God. I'm just translating the ayat I just said in the beginning. This will not gonna hurt God in any way. And وَسَيَجْزِي اللَّهُ الشَّاكِرِينَ. And when we look to the ayah that سَيَجْزِي اللَّهُ الْمُشْرِكِينَ, it's a beautiful end. I mean, when I read the ayah, I said, well, now he's talking about the people who became potentially kuffar after they believed. I would expect that we mention the punishment, but he actually ended the ayah with Sajidullah al Mushrikeen. And he's actually reminding us, or reminding everybody, that Islam and the religion was a blessing and a gift from God, and they should be thankful for this more than anything else. It's just a beautiful ending from the linguistic point of view, and how the flow of the ideas of the ayah itself. The ayah itself caught my eye because one important reason, I just mentioned the occasion because it is important to mention the occasion of the ayah, why or how and when. But the important reason behind it, that Islam is not linking to a person. Islam is a religion, came from God, and it is a system dictated by God, irrespective of who is going to be there at this time or that time, even if that person is a messenger. So there is a systematic thinking that there is people of the Islam has to think about a system rather than individuals who are there. So when I look at the individual, maybe he has defaults here, default is there, problem here, problem there, but at the same time, this should not persuade me or to take my eyes off the original message of the Islam itself. So the word the system is the one which really kind of stimulated me that we have something called systemization in a modern science and a modern running businesses in any place who's successful. Let me read you what the definition of systemization is in English. It's a process of organizing fragmented tasks, outflow, or data into structured, repeatable systems, aiming at reducing chaos, minimizing reliance on specific individuals, and ensure consistent quality. So this is exactly what the Islam aim at as a system, not just fragmented ideas, not collecting to each other. And that's the concept really caught my eye in this area with the occasion came behind this. So it's very important. Systemization, we all live in systemization and we know the system is very important. I work in a hospital, there's a system. You know, you come in, there's somebody triage, somebody does this, somebody does this. It's a system 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, leading to as much as we can the success of treating that particular patient who's coming to the hospital. Or if you have a business, you have a big corporation, if you have a university, there is a system there. And this system is behind the success of the process. And this is the idea of Islam. Islam is a system need to be followed to gain its benefits. The benefits is consistency and resilience and efficiency. These are the most important things, and that's what we want for any system, including the religion, and our religion is the Islam. And this might also raise the differences between the Shia and the Sunnah. The Shia linking their system to a person, which is the Imam. But this idea is really negated in this ayah. You don't look for the imam, but you look for the system, and everybody get into the system, becoming the gear to run the machine. And that's very important concept. We'll not link it to me or him or she. We'll link it to the system. The system is God's system, and that's extremely important concept. The other ayah which is linked somehow to this process or this concept is Al-Baqarah, Surah Al-Baqarah, ayah 84 and 85. I'm reading it quickly to you so we can go back to the main concept. This ayah is saying, وَإِذْ أَخَذْنَا مِيثَاقَكُمْ. He's talking about and to the Jews at that time. وَإِذْ أَخَذْنَا مِيثَاقَكُمْ لَا تَسْفِكُونَ دِمَاءَكُمْ ولا تخرجون أنفسكم من دياركم ثم أقررتم وأنتم تشهدون. So the translation of that is talking to the Jews. We have a covenant you agreed on, and you agreed to hold tight on this covenant. And the covenant that you don't fight each other, you don't kill each other, you don't kill itself, and you don't expel anyone from their houses unnecessarily by aggression against them. So the next ayah say, ثم أنتم هؤلاء تقتلون أنفسكم. Now you are actually killing each other, killing yourselves. وتخرجون فريقا منكم من ديارهم, and expel and get rid of people and getting them out of their own homes. تظاهرون عليهم بالإثم والعدوان. Of course, you know, not by just, but became unjust doing that. وإن يأتوكم أسارى تفدوهم وهو محرم عليكم وإن يأتوكم أسارى. If they go into war against each other and they become captured, the other team go and pay the ransom to get them back. So why did you fight from the beginning? Why would you kill each other from the beginning? And in the beginning, I didn't understand where this ayah coming from actually. So by reading some of the tafsir, and they refer to some facts with at the time of the Prophet in the Medina before the Islam. There were two main tribes in Medina. One is called Al-Khazraj, and the other one's called Aus. Aus and Al-Khazraj. They always been fighting together. There were three different tribes also of the Jews in the Medina, which is Qaynuqa and Bani Nadir or Bani Qurayza. And they, two of them aligned with one and another one aligned with the other one. When a fight comes between Aus and Khajraj, which is the Arabic tribes, the Jews here fight the Jews there. And when they fight, they kill them, and they some captured. And when they kill them and they captured, they call up, we have to ransom to get them back into their own places and things like that. Of course, the religion does not allow the Jews to fight Jews, does not allow Muslims to fight Muslims. The same idea. The main concept of any religion coming from God is the same. So the people of the same religion, they tied together, they don't kill each other, don't fight against each other. But they were doing that kind of hypocrisy, and so now the comment coming after that, أفتؤمنون ببعض الكتاب وتكفرون ببعض? Would you or believe in some of the book and some you don't believe in? Because they believed in ransom, but they didn't believe in killing each other. So ومن يفعل فما جزاء من يفعل ذلك منكم إلا خزي في الحياة الدنيا ويوم القيامة يردون إلى أشد العذاب. And those who does that, who believe in some and don't believe in some, fractionate the religion, okay, they will be punished by shame in this life and by torture in the hellfire in the day after. That's exactly what happened to us. So the idea comes to that religion cannot be fractionated. The system of Islam cannot be fractionated. So if you have a balloon and this balloon is full of helium, it's a beautiful thing. Once you start making holes in it, it's going to be shrunk and they become a piece of rubber and you want to throw it away. Or if you want to draw a circle, you go, the circle is well known mathematically 360 degrees to draw a circle. So if you do 200 degrees, it is not a circle. You made a big hole there. And it's not a circle, it's not a system, it's nothing to be feared, it's not to be respected, and it's against the will of God that we fractionate our religion. So the system is first the frame, the idea that there is big framework for everybody, and this framework, you do not perforate it. You do not cut it into pieces and you take one you like and one you don't like. So that's the concept between and the relationship between these two ayahs, إن شاء الله. أقول قولي هذا وادعوا الله يستجب لكم. And that's probably what we heard from the khutbah last week about the khutbah al-wada'. And I'm going to read that to you, not all of it, but just one sentence in it. أيها الناس, عليه الصلاة والسلام said that and being authenticated. إن دماءكم وأموالكم وأعراضكم حرام عليكم كحرمة يومكم هذا في شهركم هذا في بلدكم هذا. So your blood, money, wealth, عرض is all prohibited. You don't attack each other. Muslims has to be one unit and they follow the system. You cannot perforate the system. You cannot fractionate the system. Otherwise, you end up with what we have right now. We're all fractionating the system and we're not getting the benefit of the system because of that. ادعوا معي يستجب لكم. ربنا إننا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا. ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. ربنا إننا سمعنا مناديا ينادي للإيمان أن آمنوا بربكم فآمنا. ربنا فاغفر لنا ذنوبنا وكفر عنا سيئاتنا وتوفنا مع الأبرار. ربنا وآتنا ما وعدتنا على رسلك ولا تخزنا يوم القيامة إنك لا تخلف الميعاد. وأقم الصلاة.
الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمد رسول الله. حي